A millionaire and a middle-class worker both receive $1,000. The worker buys a new TV. The millionaire buys something very different. The millionaire buys back 20 hours of their life. And that single decision explains why one gets richer every year while the other stays stuck. Because wealthy people don't use money the way most people do. They buy time. That is a lie we've all been sold, that the purpose of getting rich is to buy more stuff. A nicer car, a bigger house, the latest phone, a closet full of things you barely wear. But what if all that stuff is actually keeping you trapped? Because while most people spend money to upgrade their lifestyle, wealthy people spend money to upgrade something far more valuable, their freedom. And today I'm going to show you exactly how they do it and how you can do the same thing too. They do it through delegation, automation, and one powerful thing that changes everything: opportunity costs. Because once you understand this shift, you'll never look at money the same way. Let's get to it. The first strategy is delegation. And no, this isn't just a millionaire thing, something that people with all this money do. You can do it as well. Delegation simply means paying someone else to do a task that isn't the best use of your time. And I'm sure you can think what those are. A lot of people see this and think, well, if I could do it myself, then I should because I'm saving money. Not necessarily the case. Imagine two neighbors. Every Saturday, one spends hours mowing the lawn, running errands, cleaning, organizing paperwork, and handling every task personally. I'm sure some people out there know what this is. Your weekends go by really quick when you got to do the laundry, take the dog to the vet, drive your kid to the soccer game, go to the store to buy food, and by the end of the day, you're thinking, where did all my day go? Where I need a weekend from my weekend. The other person would spend a fraction of their time managing these tasks. If delegation means getting someone else to do the work or the task, automation means building a system that does the work for you. And this is where things really get interesting. The wealthy don't just solve problems, they solve them once. Think about your finances, for example. Bills, savings, investments. Most people manage these on a monthly basis or even a weekly basis, but successful investors automate all of it. Money moves automatically. Investments move automatically. Savings grow automatically. And because it's automated, consistency becomes effortless. The same principle applies everywhere across the board for everything. Businesses automate customer follow-up. Creators automate publishing schedules, for example, on YouTube. Entrepreneurs automate repetitive tasks. Every automated process creates leverage. The setup may take an hour, but it can save hundreds of hours later. That's an incredible return on investment if you think about it. Stop asking, how do I do this? Start asking, how do I never do this again? That single question forces you to think like a builder rather than a worker. And systems are what create freedom. Most people think money buys freedom. That's backwards. Time buys freedom. Money is simply the tool used to acquire it. The wealthy understand something most people do not get. Money is renewable. Time is not. You can lose money and make it back. You can build a business from scratch. You can recover from a bad investment. But nobody gets more time. It's the one thing we don't have. And that's why successful people become obsessed about one thing: removing themselves from the bottlenecks. Every task they automate, every responsibility they delegate. And how about those rhymes? Automate, delegate, eliminate. Say it again. A consumer earns $1 and asks, what can I buy? An investor earns $1 and asks, how can I turn this into $2 without using more of my time? That single question changes everything. Because the goal isn't simply to make money. The goal is to create systems that are running even when you're not working and even when you're not even awake. Now we get to the most powerful concept of all: opportunity cost. Every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. Every yes has a hidden no attached to it. Say yes to scrolling. Say no to learning. Say yes to another unnecessary purchase. Say no to investing. Say yes to busy work, everyone's favorite. Say no to meaningful. Life is largely the sum of trade-offs. The wealthy understand that at a very deep level. And that's why they're extremely protective of their time and their calendars. You might not be able to get on their calendar because a lot of it is wasted time with meetings that don't produce anything. And because the wealthy understand opportunity cost, they become comfortable saying no. No to things that don't align with their goals. No to things that drain their energy. No to things that don't create value. And it's not because they're selfish, because they're strategic. You know, most of us were handed the same script. Go to school, get a job, work hard, earn more money. Then spend that money on nicer things. Want a better car? Work more hours. Want a bigger house? Work more. Want luxury vacations? Work more. The entire system trains us to think that wealth is about consuming more. But there's a hidden problem. Every upgrade requires more of your time. A bigger house requires more maintenance. A luxury car requires more car payment. A more expensive lifestyle requires a larger paycheck. And a larger paycheck often requires more hours, more stress, and more responsibility. You end up in a really strange situation. You're earning more than ever, but somehow you feel less free. You're running faster and faster on the hamster wheel, but you're not really getting anywhere. Most people are playing a game of addition. 1 hour worked, 1 hour paid. 1 day worked, 1 day paid. But there are only 24 hours in a day. That creates a ceiling on how much you can actually earn. And here's the part most people miss. It's not really the cost of the money, it's the time. Every hour spent doing something that is low value is an hour you can never get back. An hour not spent learning, an hour not spent earning, an hour not spent investing, an hour not spent with your family or doing something fun, or in general, anything you really want to do. At the end of the day, the divide between the wealthy and everyone else often isn't intelligence. Sometimes it is, but not always. It isn't luck. Sometimes it is, but not always. And it isn't even how hard they work. It's how they think about time. Most people use money to buy things. The wealthy use money to buy freedom. They delegate low-level tasks. They automate repetitive work. They protect their time by understanding what is really important and valuable. Over the years, those decisions compound into something far more valuable than money. Control over their own lives. One day you'll own your last car. You'll buy your last phone. You'll wear your last expensive suit. But none of us knows when we're going to spend our last hour. That's why the wealthy obsess over buying time. Because time is the only asset that becomes more valuable every day that you have it. So the question isn't whether you're spending money. The question is, are you spending it to impress people? Or are you spending it to get your life back? And don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. This has been Damon D. Stack smart, stack off.